How's it going, everybody? I just got off guard here. I was not ready, but we're live. I saw the intro rolling and I was like, uh-oh, what's going on there? Got time to make myself a coffee. Got time to make a fan running in this room. Apologies for the background noise on this one. Man, it's getting hot in here. And I'm not talking about all these toys. Maybe something that you guys saw disappear and come back appearing in front of your eyes. The Wing is back in the studio. Hold on, give me a second here. I need to set up the fan so I can breathe. I hope the background noise is not too bad. I hope this thing's not gonna move too much. Okay, it's wobbly. Gotta take care of the coffee. I don't wanna, really don't wanna drip, you know, coffee on the Wing. Even if it's, what do people say? Bad sounding, badly designed, easily brokeable, bad touchscreen console versus their SQ5, 6, whatever. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the haters. They don't deserve our time. But yes, the Wing is back, and the Wing is back for a reason. And I'm gonna figure out the fan thing in a few seconds. Hold on. It's gonna go the other side. No, it won't. I just don't want the fan to be in the mic, you know? We're gonna get there. Prompter, so I can read your guys' comments. And I got a fan somehow placed. Okay. Not too many noise in the mic, even if I have the source extractor. And yeah, the Wing is back because I can do this. There you go. The screen, I can, yeah. Using my source extractor heavily here. If you guys want to hear that running, you can really hear the fan blowing wind at me into the mic because I'm using a shotgun mic in the studio. And the source extractor is doing its job. But yeah, the Wing is back. First, let me say hi to Patrick. Bonjour Patrick, bonjour la France. Bonjour la francophonie. Des gens qui nous écoutent d'ailleurs, qui parlent français. Hello to all the people who speak French here. If you have any question in French, don't hesitate to ask me si vous avez des questions en français. N'hésitez pas de me les demander. Il me fera plaisir de vous répondre. What's going on? Who else is there? Charlie, what's up? Pancho, what's up? Roberto Sanchez, who said that the Wing is back. Yes, it's the Wing. The Wing is back. 95 here. Yeah, 107, heat next. It's not, actually it's not that hot outside right now. It's just that I have so much stuff going with the lights. The Pro 2 is running hot. Let's get that out of the way. The Pro 2 is running hot. It has fans in there, but the component inside are generating a lot of heat. It's older technology. The Wing is more quieter because of the fan, and it's also generating less heat, so it's more efficient power-wise. Let me ask you guys, what did you think of last week? Last week I was live at the AVL showroom. The lovely people over there allow me to use the showroom to do a live. Didn't you say the Pro 2? Pro 1. It's a Pro 1. Did I say Pro 2? It's a Pro 1. It's a Pro 1. My bad. It's a Pro 1. I don't have a Pro 2. Yet. Maybe one day. Actually, I'm running one from time to time for a Navy company that I'm working with. They have a Pro 2. If they ever need an operator, I just do it and I just go there. Don's a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the chat. So be careful. He's not a spammer. He looks like a spammer. He may, you know, fill the chat a lot, which is a good thing because my chat rate on YouTube go high, and the more interaction you have with a video, if you guys want to help me, be aware of that. The more interaction that you have with my stuff, the more YouTube's gonna say, oh, that must be good, because a lot of people are interacting with it. People are interested in that stuff. So if you want to support me, I don't say to people, I don't tell people to join as a member, because I honestly don't do a lot of content for members, but I do like the fact if you want to become a member. But if you want to support me for real, make sure to watch the videos in their full length and interact with the chat. This is basically how you make a channel grow. The more you interact with people, the more, you know, the more the channel is reaching traffic, the more they promote it. It's basically the infinite loop of the chicken or the egg, where if you want your channel to be popular, it has to be popular kind of loop. Patrick, you watched the stream last week. Great stuff. Thank you very much. It was my first time on the HD96 stuff. Unlike the Air, that time the full-size console gave me a lot of option. Even if the gentleman who was with me in the showroom, I had a quick reference if I needed to have information. He told me that I used mostly the screen. I didn't use the interface, which is a good thing, because I'm probably heading for Air right now. And the fact that I could do pretty much what I want with the screen is a good thing. Kind of like the Wing. I'm not using much of the up right section, the channel section. I'm not doing a lot from there. I'm using mostly the screen to do whatever I need to do. Hold on, is this crooked? Yeah, this is crooked. Hold on. This is driving me nuts. There we go. Even if it's blurry here, I like to have the lights in there. There you go. So, already an ad? We've not going for 25 minutes. Usually it's at the 25-minute mark, but maybe YouTube changed that. Doubts a Dream, hold on. We're gonna get there. We're gonna ask a question about the Hub4, because I have some answer and I figure out a couple things. If you guys saw the thumbnail of this video, we're gonna talk about that. Today is gonna be slow. I'm having a big coffee. We're gonna take our time. I'm not working this week, where I do not have any gigs until I rush out into the month of September, which is gonna be a struggle. I'm working like 25 days out of the month, something stupid like that. And before that, I said to myself that I need to take some time off. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy my time with you guys, because I actually do enjoy doing these live stream, even if they are sometimes a struggle to get ready and I do not end up on time like I did today. I almost did not make it on time, but yeah, it's always a good time. Hold on. Let me fine tune some stuff, right? There you go. Let me go back in the chat and read what you guys have to say. Poncho about the HD96 hair video, like the video. The HD96 hair is promising, honestly. Thank you very much for liking that stuff. Does a Dream, I'm gonna get back to you. Progs, if I remember correctly, the HD96 as an expander called it the PIE, the prime input expander in the effect. Oh, it's in the effect rack. Okay. I didn't find it, and the gentleman that was with me never had the pleasure to work with an expander, so I spread the knowledge a little bit about the expander. So I'm gonna check that. Next time that I can have an HD, or actually I should just download the software and see what's going on. Anybody here in the chat has the software and can tell me if the prime input expander, which just by the name sounds like the right thing, tell me it's the right thing. It's probably like the source extractor, the PSE. Ralph, about the HD96, I only watched a part of it and downloaded the offline editor. Scared me quite a bit. Come on. It's not... Okay. 100% honest thought here. Or story. I was supposed to get a crash course on the air before starting to play with it. And the phone rang. The gentleman that was with me is a rep, so he needed to take the call. And I had my laptop plugged in the back over Dente. I did my routing for the multi-track. And I just started playing around with it. And it took only like 1 minute, and I was assigning channel from the Dente to I was assigning source to my channel from the Dente, I believe should be the right phrasing here. And I was up and running. I was doing a show. It would have been the same thing with any kind of DL or other device, and I was just up and running. And after that, I just started to, playing around with it. It was seriously not that hard to get started. Anybody who say that this thing is a mess, you cannot understand what's going on with it. Too much going on, would need a crash course. Okay. I think you're just overwhelmed by the UI. What I mean is, there's a lot of stuff that is kind of the same color, so it can look confusing if you just don't know where to look. I think you just need to take some time off and not trying to do anything with it. Just look. You open it up, you start to playing around. Everything is on top. You start to play around with the menu and see what's in there, what's in there, what's in there. Oh, that's the routing menu. And after that, when you click on it on the routing menu, you see that you have your left and right. You have your source and destination, I believe, or is it the other way around in the wing? And I think you'll be able to do that quite easily. Once you get that going, you'll be able to just go on the home menu, home page, and click on your channel. You'll see some stuff popping up, and you'll be able to understand the UI, because this is the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's for a PC, a console. They kind of all do the same thing. If you are a Windows user and you jump on a Mac, it does the same thing. If you want to browse the internet, you need to figure out where Google Chrome is, and once you're in there, you're pretty much good to go. It's the same thing for a console. Once you assign source to your channel and you select the channel, you just need to figure out where is the EQ, where is the bus send, if you need to do some bus send, compressor and stuff like that. Don't fool around with the rack. Just lift the channel, get the gain going, get some stuff going, and don't dive too much into menus. Don't bit more than you can chew, basically. But if you go one step at a time and you slowly progress through it, it's not that hard of a console. I'm gonna say that it's maybe easier to use than the Wing. Maybe. We'll see. Downs of a Dream. I walked up, mixed a 2-band show for the first time in like two years back. No show file, just went. It was amazing. Sounded really good. Barely had to do much. Yeah, that's the thing. With the Midas stuff, with the HD stuff, or even the Pro stuff, you don't need to. Don't F around with it. I don't have any beep noise. I would need to have a trigger for a tone here, but crank the gain to a decent level, listen, and the only thing that you would do most of the time is gain it right and low cut. What comes in? Magic out of the Midas. Sounds good. most of the time, this is what you will only need to do. Gain and low cut. You don't need to fully EQ. You don't need to fully compress, gate, everything. Those consoles sound good. After that, you can be creative, but you don't need to do much. This is why you spend a lot of money on those consoles, because they basically take your source and make them sound good. I compare mostly the Midas stuff to the Neve stuff. Tone quality wise, they are kind of similar, I believe, or the way that some people refer to Midas back in the day was the live Neve, or the poor man's Neve, because you could get a Midas desk, talking about in the analog day, for way cheaper than a Neve was, but it was sounding as good. It was in the same territory tone wise. What you want to get out of that desk, or why would you choose those preamps, those mic preamps, and that summation bus is for those sonic quality, and Midas is really close from Neve. I have no idea how close they are in the design. I'm not, I know a bit about electronics, but I cannot explain those circuits to you guys. But yes, they are the same thing, and the reason that you want to use these tools is to color the sound that way. This is why I'm using a DL251 with my Wing. This is why I'm using DL251 with the Pro Series. And yeah, this is just it. Okay. Now to answer Don's dream question. Will the Hub4 Pro give head-end control with the 48K stage box like the DL32 and DL16 for the 96K console? From what I've read, I believe it will. I believe it will act like a bridge between these devices. But this is where I'm gonna blow your mind. Two weeks ago, I ordered a DN96 and 4888. And I turned it around because when I saw the release of the Hub Pro, I understood the big picture. Once I understand one thing, AS50 PoE. What that means is, now with the Hub Pro, we're gonna have AS50 line that will be able to power stage box, something like the SD8. Do you guys understand how big of a deal is when you add to this the 96K? That means the next time that you wanna do a show, you wanna have a wing for monitor, and you wanna have a Pro at front of house, or the other way around. You take a Hub Pro, you plug it in, one cable, one RJ45. You bring it to the stage box, you plug it in, you have 8x8. 8 in, 8 out in there. You can power up to 4 stage box with these units. And if you want to do monitoring, you can do power. Maybe not from the PoE AS50, but you can do per box. Let's say that worst case scenario, you have to plug it in power wise. You can do 2 P16 with it, and you can do DP48 with it. Yeah, the DP48 stuff is AS50 PoE. That's game changing in the sense of now we can run a show. Let's say You can have up to 4 stage box. That's going to be 32 input. You can have 2 bucks or 3 bucks behind. Say 1 on drums, do your 8 input of drums, 1 on stage left, 1 on stage right. You can do your, or for you guys it will be stage left, stage right. You could do anything from there. You can have 1 stage box at the front. The only thing that you ran from those patch box to your stuff is 4 AS50 cable. So basically, Midas just gave us Subsnake, AS50 Subsnake, and you can daisy chain all these Subsnake together. I don't know about the power. Maybe there's a limit to the power that you can do. Maybe it's 1 box per output, but you could do that. The worst that you would have to do is to run 4 cable. Man, this is amazing. Add to that a Stage Connect device in your rack for all your wireless. You can basically show up on a gig, having your loon or your stage box. Let's say that you run a keyboard rig. You can have your 4 input plus a vocalist plus maybe something that is really close, all pre-wired. You run, let's say that there's a guitar amp in front of your keyboard. You have all your keyboard stuff plugged in the box, ready to be wired. You drop 1 XLR for the guitar amp, 1 AS50 line from an RJ45 cable, run that to the console, you're plugged in. Same for your drum, 8 input of drum, 1 cable, you're plugged in. If you wanted to have your drummers mixed, it's going to be in there from 1 to 8, or you can change it from 1 to 24 on the outputs. So, man, this is going to be awesome. Basically we have Subsnake now that we don't need to run copper. Because the thing is, I don't know for you guys, but the kind of show that I end up with bad Subsnake. People just don't care about them anymore. Usually people run just a DL32. If they are running Behringer, they just run a DL32 in the center of the stage. They just plug 25 cable in there. And sometimes if they have to, they're going to use a Subsnake. So they are in poor condition. The analog stuff is going kind of out. So yeah, I believe Behringer just changed the game here. And with the fact that you can connect that to Hub4 Pro and send it to either a 48K device or a 96K device, everything is intercompatible. We'll see what's going on with that. I'm sorry, I just don't want the chat to go out too fast. Moise Garcia, I think Patrick answered your question, but let me just go over that quickly. Wing as an interface, or actually buying an interface for own recording, pro or cons. Would love to hear your thoughts. I'm not gonna read Patrick's answer, but to be honest, yes, this is the best. Well, this is an all-in-one package. You got the fader for your DAW control. You got 8 preamp in the back, and you have 8 line-in also included in there. You can do monitoring for your musician through the console really easily. You have a lot of bus, you have a lot of output. You can have more preamp if needed over AES50, but you also have analog preamp if needed. I'm currently, a friend of mine was selling a Golden Age pre with a compressor. If I wanted to use that in the studio, I can just use the Golden Age pre, send that into the compressor, inline in, bring it in the back of the console with the line in. So you have 8 line in. You can do, if you add more preamp, more physical preamp, I'm not talking about digital. Let's say that you want to have really good preamp, you can have your 8 Midas plus 8 preamp of your choice, plug that in, you're good to go. So I believe the Wing is a great studio interface. It was built as a live console. If I wanted to mix some studio stuff, maybe I would probably not use the internal plugin if they are They are really good. They work just fine. I have a video where I show how I integrated the wing channel strip into a DAW session. Go check out my vlog of the Dreamweaver studio that I did in LA. I've rebuilt the studio there, and basically I'm maxing out the wing in and out and insert point in and out, and it just worked great. It's just a great flexible console for studio work. It was designed for live, but it could be done. But yeah, it's just the integration with the DAW is good. I'm pretty sure Patrick talked about Reaper. Great. You have also the SD card on the back, depending on what kind of work you want to do. If you want to do band live off the floor, and import that into a DAW session and only do some punch in and out after that, it can easily be done if you have the room, to record a band. I would do that. The plugin in there for monitoring and even mixing are really good. The effects that you have in there are really good. Is it comparable to the wave stuff or your UAD stuff or anything else that has DSP? Well, I don't know. At that point, it will be for you to decide whatever you like, the wing processing or the UAD stuff. The wing is going to be probably on the cleaner side because it doesn't do harmonic distortion emulation. So yeah, we'll see with that. See what's going on with that. But it's up to you to decide. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, the full automation layer in the LZ01 ASD card. Yes. Behringer sounds on everything. What do you think is coming? Wing rack might come out this year. Maybe. I mean, I was surprised. They don't. My understanding is that Music Tribe do not announce stuff before they get released. Well, actually, they announce stuff. Like the SD8 was announced, but it was not released. Now it is the Pro, the Hub4 Pro was announced before it was released. Now it is released, so you can actually buy them, and I may have some news about that maybe in the future. If you guys are local to me, I may be in the future be able to work some stuff out for gear. We'll see what's going on with that. I do not plan to have a full store, but if you are a professional, maybe I just got myself in trouble here, but maybe in the future, I'm still working out the detail if I'll be able to provide Midas stuff or not. I don't, to be honest, I'm gonna knock on wood that I will be able to do that, but I don't know. I'm still working out the detail, but I'm working towards doing that. So if you guys want to have not the Behringer stuff, but the Midas stuff, maybe I can work with you to get yourself an HD96 or other product in the future. We'll see what's going on with that. It's not up for me to decide. Johnson Dream, head-amp control. Will it be just digital trim or actual head-amp? Because the AS50 card in the HD96, you can do 88. You can do conversion from 96 to 48K, but you get only the trim. Same with the DN9650. Okay, so maybe there's another device here that will be needed to do that. I don't know. I need to figure out that stuff, but I'm buying a Hub4 Pro. Just for the conversion itself, it's gonna worth it for me. And having extra, output if I ever need it, it's gonna be in my rack. Robert, yeah, I'll definitely be 1 DL per port, and not only because of the PoE, but also because every Hub4 port That's only 8 channel of upstream by default, so 8 mic per input per stage box. Return to the console. Okay. Thank you very much for the precision here. Also, the only stage box for now being powered is by the by S50 is the DL8. Behringer's D8 will probably connect perfectly fine for the same 8x8, but will not accept PoE. So, okay. Yes, actually, I'm pretty sure the other stuff is going to be just AS50. So, the power thing is just a plus. But the question is, will the DL8 clock at 96K? Maybe not. Maybe not, because there's no way to... Well, actually, you could add one to your setup from a Pro series, and maybe it will connect up to 96K. I don't know. It's a black box. Maybe black box don't. Maybe black box is the unofficial code for only clocking at 48. I don't know. Is the Hub4 Pro limited to 8 in per stage box? Or will it work with a DL16? Oh, great question. I don't know. I believe, my understanding is... actually, how can you do that? Because it will be in there compatible with other stuff. But the Hub... Well, actually, anybody here... Okay, no, it won't work, just like the DP48 is, okay. But anybody here that has a Hub Pro ever connected a DP48 to it, you're not limited to 8 output. But like we just said, every port is limited to 8 input. So if I plug a DL16 into input 1 of a hub, am I limited to only the first 8 channel? No, John, maybe it's not. Yes, except for when it's in mode 2. I would need to dive in that stuff, man. Okay. Hold on. I'm reading. So DL32 on the port when connected. Both Hub4 Pro and Hub4 in the Nexus game mode. Port B can be used to daisy chain Hub4 Pro to another 48 for stage box like the DL. Okay. Midas confirmed from forthcoming 2.1 for HD series stuff. You can control the DL8 head-amp connected to Hub. Okay, so there will be head-amp control, not only trim. Okay, I would need to dive in more into that stuff. Except with mode 2. Mode 2 is when it runs 96K. Okay, so the Hub Pro, I believe, has its own clock masters mode, so you could use it standalone with a stage connect input device to use DP48 with other console. Okay, I believe that this thing is gonna be opening up a lot of... This is why I titled this stream New World Just Open Up, because there's so much stuff now that this thing, because it's a converter, there's so much stuff that's gonna happen with that. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. So, Robert said, for instance, you can connect a Pro Series or Full HD for full 48 channel bidirectional support A and B in mode 2. They have port 1 through 4 and AS50. Hold on, do you have port 1 to 4 for AS50 inactive in port 1? I'll do 48K with 48 by 48, that 48K. Mode 3 is also 96K, but only for 24 channel. And port B will be through for 200. Port B will be through for. It's not 240. It's not 245 channel. It's 24 channel. Okay, sorry. Answer to that. Okay. So yeah, basically. Okay, typo 24. Yes. All right, we got it. It's gonna open up a lot of possibilities because now we can convert from one world to another at not crazy expensive price. Because back in the day, there were bridge, DN, the DN stuff from Clark used to be intercompatible with other stuff. But man, it was expensive. It was more expensive than a wing to buy these converter. Also, you guys here are probably the most aware and most brilliant people that work on these console and all that stuff. Altogether, this community as a super brain when it comes to AS50 and stuff like that, because someone has an answer to another question and open up a door, mental door to other stuff. And you guys are really aware of what's going on, and you pretty sure are subscribed to all the Midas stuff. I didn't want to put this in the title, but now that it's only us, only the real one, I want you guys to tell me something. Has anybody in the release of the last 2 units this week saw a picture that should not have been there? Do you guys see that? When the Hub 4 was released, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for talking about this. When the Hub 4 was released, for some reason, I don't know if somebody generated those picture. Rob is on something. I don't know if this was AI generated, but when they released a picture of the Hub 4, they had other picture describing what's going on, and in one of them, they said that it will be Dente and AVB protocol compatible. I freaked out, and I was like, oh my god, I want one, because right now with the Pro Series, I'm touring with those, and I need to record the shows, or I want to record some shows to do virtual sound check. And I would love to have just two channel of 96K, 24 by 24 AS50 connected to my computer. As soon as I saw the Dente, and I don't know where that picture is gone, and I didn't take a screenshot. I should. Next time that I see something weird like that, I'm gonna take a screenshot because it was removed. It was gone. It's okay, so hold on, Robert. I'm gonna be careful what you say here. I'm gonna say somebody because I don't want to give name, and you guys can read it in the chat if you want to, but I didn't say it. So apparently that picture was removed because some feature, and I'm gonna be purposely vague here, some feature are not available yet. So hold on. I want to pick you guys' brain. If you were able to eventually connect a Dente device to something like a Hub 4, where would you connect? Where would you put? Sorry, I'm reading. Where would you connect that port? And I want you guys to tell me what you think, because as soon as I saw that, I start to look at the unit itself and go like, I don't know where you would put the cable. I don't know actually if you would need to open the device and drop in a extra expansion card in there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is how they work. Maybe it's going to be just a bridge. Maybe it's going to be a converter that you would need to control from somewhere else. Maybe it's totally another device that's going to come out soon with other ports. But my understanding is eventually it's going to come out. Okay, hold on. The AVB stuff will be nice for DNB and Millen. I didn't know that they were using those protocol. Honestly, the only protocol that I know that were used by PA manufacturer was Dante and Ultranet. I didn't know they were using AVB stuff. Actually, what is it? Hold on, I'm mistaken here. AVB protocol is that not expansion on the Dante stuff? Is it like the AS67? I didn't finish my Dante course yet. Maybe AVB is different. Okay. I'm totally guessing here. AVB stands for audio video broadcast, which is going to be a type of protocol that is going to use Dante and something else like NDI for video. If you don't know, NDI is like Dante for video, basically. They also only commented for now. As when someone asked if the Cobalt did only IPerMac on the two snakes port. Yes, for now, yes. I asked the question to someone, and the answer was no, but maybe it changed to a maybe. It will be really nice to have two ports of SuperMac, not IPerMac. Basically, IPerMac is the Midas protocol that run on fiber mostly for long distance. It has a 192 channel, where SuperMac is AS50, or what we have in the back of the Wing, or what we have in the back of the Pro Series, the Pro 1. This is SuperMac. It's a lower channel count. It's only 24 by 24 at 96K. It's 48 by 48 at 48K for the Wing, Behringer X32, the M series from Midas. So those are two different kind of protocol. As of right now, you cannot connect two port from the back of your Wing to a Cobalt box. It will just not sync, not being recognized. It's two different protocol. So they were definitely up to something about protocol for the port next to the AS50. Yeah, man, we'll see what's going on with that. I have no information. Exciting stuff coming for the Wing and the compact. Oh yeah, I don't know the final form factor of the compact, but if they made it the way I think they made it, if it's only this section of the console, well, maybe with a +4. Hold on. If it's something like this, where you have 12 channel, 12 fader, a bunch of fader bank, and maybe, you know, the same, maybe you have that section here, and you have these control. I believe they made it the other way around. I believe the screen is on the left and the USB stuff is on the right. I could live with that console. Definitely. Having the same screen, because my understanding is they all use the same screen, and they're going to have USB the other way around. And 24 channel in the back, which will be the big game changer, to be honest. Because let's say that you want to have or my plan eventually is to have a compact in a rack where in the bottom I have something like a DL8 to have 32 channel with 8 more output, and I'm gonna be golden. That's gonna be inside of a rack. If I wanted to have more, I can always get my DL251 to have full 48 by 16 channel available, but I believe this is going to be the kind of setup that I'm going to run in the future, because the compact to me is the solution. Yeah, someone has to screw open the Hub4 Pro with the in store in approximately 6 weeks to see if the Dente card chipset is inside there. Well, if it's in there, I still have a card from an X32, and I can probably drop it in. And maybe it's not gonna work, but maybe it will be detected. Maybe it will work like S-Link port when the port is smart. Okay, you can switch between protocol. Maybe if you had a USB. I don't know what's up with the USB in the back of the Hub4 Pro. AVB is an open standard, and Milan is like the DNB proprietary control. Okay, it's on top of the. Okay, I don't know much about the DNB PA. I've mixed with them a few times, but never really installed them. Never really set them up. I kind of know. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just a line array with a couple of amplifier that are mostly proprietary, or they have their own amplifier, and you basically bring the preset up, and you tell to the amplifier how many boxes that you have, and you're good to go. But yeah, I understand that they have their own. Oh, I think they were talking about the Hub8. Maybe the Hub8 is what's going to happen. Yeah, the USB is probably just for firmware update. I don't think it's going to be audio interface. It will be awesome because it will solve another problem for me. But yeah, the Hub4 USB is probably just for firmware update, and probably not for sound. Okay, so yes, Hub2 and Hub8 also ship in that post. Okay, I didn't see that. So I want to have a Hub8 then. I'm gonna cancel my order for Hub4. I want to have a Hub8. Actually, I didn't. I need to reply to that email as soon as I'm done here. Yes, it was on the last page. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna look for an Hub8. Anybody have information on that? Because I could be stupid enough to blindly buy that thing. Because it's gonna be an upgrade from the 4, right? It's gonna have more stuff. So I can definitely pull the trigger on that. I'll be one of the first one in Canada to have one. At least ordering in the first batch. Okay, so it's not available yet. We'll see what's going on with that. Guys, I cannot stress enough of how great it is to have you guys as a community and spreading knowledge like that. It's awesome. That's been in development for a long time, the Hub8. Okay, you know something about that, Delta Green? I never heard of the Hub8 before you guys tell me about it right now. Remember the Hub8 already been mentioned in the introduction video of the Wing. That's quite a while. It's been like almost 5 years. But is it going to be the Pro version? The Hub8 Pro? The AS88. What is the AS88? Yeah, thanks COVID. Yeah, for a lot of things. Actually, there's two things that happen, and I keep reminding people about that. There's COVID that happened. The shipping container and stuff was all disrupted, and also a huge chip maker factory burned down in February. Like, it's gonna take them years to be back in business. They also announced the DL8 at the same time as the original Hub4. Okay, yes, I remember that. The AS is the AS88 is the redundant HyperMac and 2x8 AS50 converter. Yes, like an AS80 with two. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, but I know, and I guess I don't mind talking about that. I know when I talked to Pete about the HD stuff, the HD Air, he said there's just some stuff that is not ready yet, and they're working on it, and they have a version of software that are being beta tested as we speak. I'm out of focus. Let's do a quick reset, right? If it doesn't see my eye, usually it's focusing, right? But maybe I'm in manual focus and I've been not too bad out of focus for the whole time. I'm gonna stay away. It's better, right? No, guys, seriously. Thanks for pointing that out. No focus problem here. Have you tried wearing glasses? Just talking. All right. Pancho, I have a Hub4 and you can put up to 3 DL8 or SD8. You can only have 8 outputs. We're a little out of focus, so hold on. Let me check what's going on with the camera. That's the part of being a one-man show, right, guys? It should be out of focus. It should be. Maybe I'm too far. And I'm using a really wide lens. Oh no, it's focusing. It's focusing. Maybe it lost track sometimes. No, good call. I don't want to do like the same mistake that I did when I did my video with Baba Z, where I spend a whole hour out of focus. The camera was set on manual focus and I was like good here and I kept moving and I was like out of focus. And you cannot recreate a phone call like that. Like the same thing that I did when I sometimes recorded a video and be mute, I had to turn down everything and shoot it again the next day, because if you're doing a video and you go about your points and stuff like that and you cover everything and you have to start it over again, you go like after 5 minutes, did I cover that? Did I cover that? And I'm not the kind of guy that doing video and taking notes and doing script, you know. I just ad-libs my stuff, and because of that I cannot I cannot shoot a video twice. It's never gonna work. The regular Hub4 also already does PoE, so power over Ethernet cable. Since it also has 4 ports with 8 channel of upstream back to the console, it should be able to accommodate 4 DL8 stage box. It should. You don't have all the choices, you have to look at the block target. Okay, I will need to... Merci, Patrick. Okay, so I will need to dive into this. I will need to dive into that stuff. Now, it's been around an hour, guys. I don't want to stress that that live stream too much, and I also have some stuff to do, like ordering a Hub Pro. And I need to answer some email. Even if I'm not working this week, I need to get some stuff done. And something I want to get done, and I want you guys' opinion. Anybody here want to play around with the Pro software? Probably not gonna make friend here from... Well, actually, nobody really cared. This is like long forgotten product that nobody really care about anymore. But I got myself a hard drive reader for the M. Is it the M2? It's not M2. It's MSATA stuff. And I start to dive into what's going on with the software of the Pro 1. I think I may be able to play around with it. Not to the point where I want to, change the effect and play with the algorithm of that stuff. That's way too advanced for my knowledge in technology, but something that I want to do is when you go on the console and you click here and you lock the console, I would like to change that image. And I want to change a couple of other images in the console just for the lols. When the boot screen load in, I wanna have like an 8-bit writing of, like, I don't know, maybe I can... I'm a huge fan of Diablo 2. Maybe I can have, the D2 loading screen with the door. If you ever played Diablo 2, I want to play around with that, and eventually I want to, like I said before, I want to run these console on a dual boot system because I want to have redundancy for my operating system. But this is the kind of stuff that I think I want to play with this week. I want to have fun with those console, and I don't know. We'll see what's going on with that, but it's my plan. Maybe I will do this in a late random stream. We'll see what's going on. So, I'm gonna stop you guys for now. I'm gonna take a break, and maybe I will stream back again, but I wanted to touch on, basically with this stream, the availability of the Hub4 Pro, and the kind of option that we have. We'll be able to communicate between 96K and 48K, and just having the DL8 being available as a self-powered unit, not one cable, data and power unit. This is mind-blowing. It's gonna ease the setup of everyone. It's basically gonna be like doing the stage connect stuff, but we're gonna have preamp control. So I hope this is gonna open up some really cool stuff. It's called the boot splash screen. Yes. If you want to do research, but actually no, I don't need to do much research about it. I already know where the files are and what they're called, and I probably just need to replace, I don't remember if they are PNG or JPEG or something, but I probably just need to replace the file in there and replace the image with, the same resolution and everything, and just change the image on the drive, and it's probably gonna open up. It's gonna display. It's bitmap. Yeah, maybe it's bitmap. But I can export that into Photoshop, no problem. And I can just take that image, replace it with something else, because the software is not aware. It's just displaying. When you look it up, the way it works, it's just displaying something. So it's gonna bring up an image, and I would like to have my logo in there, and the load screen, the splash screen, the boost splash screen will be something else. I just want to have fun with it. So, speaking of have fun, hold on, Charlie's got a question. Am I just noticing this? The source extractor is the only dynamic type available in the aux on the wing? Hold on. When you're talking about the aux, we're talking about these channel, right? Oh, this one's definitely out of focus. The source extractor, well, it's actually two things. It's a source extractor, so it's basically like having a gate. And the preamp, or the compressor that you have is the DL8 with the built-in boost. It's a combo source extractor and DL8. It's been like that, and you have the option for limiter and compressor. But it's been that for, I don't know, a couple years. Because back in the day, I believe you only had a compressor. And I believe it was only the wing compressor. Also, is it the same EQ? Yes, it's the same EQ. Do we have all the EQ option? We have the same EQ option depending on the... Oh, actually, no. The match EQ is not there in, let's say, channel 40 versus aux 1. We're talking about input aux, just to be precise here. But yeah, the match Q4 doesn't go there. Maybe because of DSP limitation. I don't know. But it's definitely been like that for a while. In the dynamic, yes. Well, when it comes to the channel, you know, you have your almost too much. But yeah. Hold on. It's my turn to notice something that I didn't notice before. Wing expander. It's the gate, right? It's not... Oh, okay, it's the gate. It's not... Because there's... how do you call that? There's like... People call two-thing an expander. Is it a upward compressor that has been called an expander by some people? And a downward expander, which is a gate, basically. It's like a gate with a ratio. I believe people call these two-thing an expander. Upward compression and gate with a ratio. Literally have a look at the section on the aux. Well, actually, welcome to 2024. In this section of the aux, those channel have... Hold on. These channel have a couple of options. You do not have the line delay, but you do have the source option, pan, whatever. You have the one dynamic, which is not a compressor. It's a source extractor with an LA2A. No playing around with that. EQ, you have an insert point if you want to do something fancy on that channel. You can definitely do a vocal with that. Let's say that you have a guest on your show and you just have that channel empty. You can definitely do a source extractor, compression, and EQ. Can you move the block around? You cannot move the block around on these. So be aware of that. It's dynamic EQ and insert point, which is probably fine. I mean, you have... probably in line, you have your source extractor and your compression. You will have to EQ after compression, which, you know, something, it's not the way I usually work, but it's just gonna work. It's gonna work fine. And you have the insert point, and after that you have, well, your channel and your send. You can send that pretty much anywhere. So I hope you learned something today, guys. On that note, it's going to be it for me today. We've been out for about an hour. I hope you guys had a great time with me. I hope you guys learned something about the DL. Actually, I've learned something about the DL8. The DL8, the Hub 8. I'm gonna do some research about that. And until the next one, I want you guys to please take care of yourself. I'm gonna see you all next week. I'm still off next week, so we're gonna have a great time together. In my almost, I would need to have an HD here, right? Wing in the center section, doing the command, having the Pro one here, having an air here. Let's see what's going on with that. Till the next one, guys, please take care of yourself. I'm gonna see you all next week.